To me, Samurai Jack has always felt more like an art gallery installation rather than a TV show. What I mean by that is I don't watch Samurai Jack primarily for its narrative or even characters, but rather I become mesmerized by its tempo and artistic flair. Samurai Jack is an experience more than a story. Samurai Jack has a beat, a rhythm, overlaid with a distinct artistic style, and the result is so captivating that the show feels like it has its own heartbeat, its own pulse. Can the show's revival capture the same magic as the original? Based on the first episode, the answer is a resounding yes, yes, yes! I've always felt that classic Jack was hampered by the 4:3 aspect ratio it utilized, even if the show did often use letterboxing during cinematic moments. Overall, the impact just isn't the same when you have to broadcast on those old bulky TVs. The time frame during which classic Samurai Jack existed limited its artistic scope somewhat. Well, 13 years have passed, and ooh baby, this has allowed Jack to return with amplified visual splendor. I cannot stress enough how beautiful Samurai Jack's 5th season looks. The shot compositions are grandiose and the rich colors nearly melted my eyeballs. The amazing use of color and lighting is where most of my praise lands. There are so many beautiful images worthy of being desktop backgrounds in this episode, and I'm sure we'll have countless more by the time the series reaches its conclusion. The sound design is also superb and keeps the show's tempo flowing, often from subtle touches where there was clearly careful attention to detail. For example, listen to this scene. I just love the subdued sound of the motorcycle engine grinding to a halt before a distant explosion melds into palpitating background music. The sound design carries one event into the next as much as the visuals do. Even when there's no background music, there's never complete silence. Something always keeps the beat going, from a flowing river to the crackling fire or quiet gusts of wind. The music also superbly captures the emotions of the characters on screen. To use this scene as one example of many, the excitement of Scaramouche is halted as he has a realization, and the music pauses in turn.
Wait, back off, Beardsley. Where is your sword?
Then the music picks back up as Scaramouche becomes amused, but it also has the darker undertones that match Jack's anger as it crescendos into Jack's icy stare.
No, babe, don't tell me you lost your sword!
And that's the thing about Samurai Jack. It is meticulously crafted to be a feast for the senses, and the first episode of the revival is firing on all cylinders. Beyond that creative magic, though, the revival seems to be providing something the original Samurai Jack didn't focus on too much: character growth and the exploration of characters' psyches. While Jack physically cannot age due to wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff, it still feels like he has aged, and not due to that beard and mane he's sporting. It's the way Jack acts, his demeanor. Jack comes across as fatigued and despondent. He's battle-hardened from having to survive in a miserable world out to get him, but on the inside he's become more fragile and mentally unstable. He has hallucinations, not just when alone, but even in the middle of battle. Hallucinations of the people he knew in the past being angry and hurt that he abandoned them. It's a representation of the guilt he feels over failing to slay Aku for decades. He has no game plan, he's losing his hope, and as he comes closer to giving up, the reminder of his purpose is wreaking havoc on his mind in a bad way. Exploring Jack's psyche on an episodic basis is something I'm really excited for. It adds substance beyond just the sensory flair of the show. Though, damn, when the two occur together, it's just amazing. My favorite moment of the episode is when a burst of leaves fall onto the river and Jack sees a deluge of zombie-like bodies wailing in agony. What a powerful scene. As far as introspective examinations of characters go, there's also Ashi, the only one of the 7 daughters of Aku to be given characterization in this episode, and it seems quite likely she will develop as a character in future episodes as well. Her life mirrors Jack's, in that both were trained practically their entire lives for a singular purpose: to defeat a specific foe. However, whereas Jack traveled the world and no doubt experienced countless perspectives, Ashi was raised in the confines of a fortress and was viciously indoctrinated. Classic Samurai Jack barely even featured returning characters, much less had them change and grow over the course of multiple episodes. I'm eager to see how the 5th and final season manages to pull the feat off. I only have one small complaint about the episode, and it's the resolution to Jack's fight with Scaramouche. The fight was awesome, but Jack simply tossing his blade and Scaramouche failing to anticipate such an event entirely? That felt weird. Scaramouche seemed way too competent a fighter to fall victim to that so cleanly and easily. Jack didn't even throw his knife. It was a relatively soft underhand toss toward an opponent that was looking right at him. As far as the overall episode goes, though, it's quite a minor complaint. So yeah, the first episode of Samurai Jack's 5th season rocked. Jack is back, babe, and he's bringing more to the table than ever before. I'm not entirely sure whether I'll keep reviewing new episodes as they release, but considering that the 5th season is just 10 episodes long and is going to conclude the series for good, yeah, I probably will. Let me know what you all thought of Samurai Jack's revival in the comments.